Hey everybody, it's Late Night Whispers on It's Gorgeous Radio. I am Julius, and this is
Coco. How are you all doing tonight?
and
No, you go.
and we are here presenting this book, Changing Your Mind Will Change Your Life, by Miss Corine Lisa Reed.
Hi, everyone.
All right.
Yes. So first, before you start talking about your book, please go a little bit, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you from, this and that, and then bring us up to the present.
Okay, my name is Corine Lisa Reed Mitchell, and I am a Washingtonian. I've been here since age 11. I love DC, and I wrote this book, Changing Your Mind Will Change Your Life, so that people have the opportunity to get the pain of their past off their soul and be able to put it in their memory. It is so easy for someone else to not understand you or misinterpret your words or suggest that you live your life or be able to do what they did to get past whatever it was they got past, and that is not true.
Well, let me ask you something. What inspired you to write this book?
A lot of pain.
Okay.
On the outside, I really had a great life. Well traveled, date great guys. I have plenty of friends. Hi guys, and that's my outside life.
I know that's right. All right, Miss
And
Corine.
as I continue to live my life, I mean everything is good, but the pain from my past was slowly like just creep in, and I was like, but you think that's regular life? Because everybody goes through these things.
Exactly.
It's like you're sitting at home, everything is fine, you're enjoying your life, then all of a sudden depression covers your body.
Yeah.
And then it disappears.
Yes.
You're like, what is that about? Simply, you're sitting there and your subconscious goes, it wants to remind you of something that happened to you a long time ago.
Right.
It wants to take it off your soul so that you can understand and know that it's okay now so that you can go on. But what happens is you think about it and you're like, and your subconscious goes and your conscious mind goes, hey, you have a house, you have a car, don't worry about it. And then you forget what you were thinking about. You're like, wait a minute, what was that? Then you go, oh, okay, whatever, I'm okay.
But the pain never escapes.
Exactly.
The pain never escapes. Where is it going to go? Society has taught us that if you don't think about it, it's okay. As long as you put it behind you, it's okay. If you don't say anything, it's okay. Not the truth. It is not the truth.
Very powerful.
So do you feel that, let's just say hypothetically, if you meet somebody, a guy, and you want to date him, and he does something that triggers, how do you express that to him so that he would understand that it's not like you're crazy or nothing? It's just something that he does that triggers the pain that you've had.
Interesting. So let me give you this. For example, when you're a teenager and the first person that you ever date, that person breaks your heart. You go through your life, you're okay, you're having hard times in relationships, out of relationships, but your subconscious wants to protect you no matter what.
Right.
So as you're in and out of relationships, friendships, and even with people, if someone says something, you're on your guard, okay? So you're in a relationship, okay, and you get into one relationship, it doesn't work. You get in another relationship, it doesn't work. So now you say, well, you know what? I'm not worried about it. It's nobody out there for me. I'm just going to live my life. I'm just going to work. I'm just going to make my money. I'm just going to date. And then you get into a relationship with someone and that person is perfect for you. You're loving this relationship, okay? And then all of a sudden this person breaks up with you and you're like, what happened? I'm doing everything right. I'm trying my best to be my best.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden that person starts complaining about how you comb your hair, how you brush your teeth. It makes you even more confused because you've done this your whole relationship.
Right.
So it's not about that person. It's about the person you dated before. Because how they treated you, you are now treating yourself.
You know, Corine, I got something for that. It's like the pieces of our past pick apart our present.
That is true. The thing about that is, well said. See, when you're not aware of the things that you're not aware of, and you're not aware of the triggers, who's to say when this comes up?
Thank you. Yes.
So how do you work on that? What is it? Is it like a 1, 2, 3 process? Because I know I have a lot. I don't even want to get into mine. But
Say it ain't so.
sorry, please, you don't know, but ask somebody. Because I know I've had my first of my, relationships, and you just cooking for them, doing whatever you do, the routine that you think you're supposed to do, and then
That's a routine.
Was that a routine? Okay, maybe I need to take it off my bucket list and not cook anymore for nobody. But I mean, is there like can you tell people out here at least 2 things to maybe that they can be like, oh, okay, let me try at least one of those things to make an inch of something better?
No.
Oh,
No. This is not how my book works. Everyone is an individual. It does not, and when you read this book is not about another person.
Okay.
It is about you. It is about your life. And as you read this book and it asks you how you feel about what you just read, it's not talking to your conscious mind, because your conscious mind deals with what society tells you is what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Society has not been getting it right for a very long time.
Right.
Although you can look and you can see someone else and you'll be like, why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep doing that? Well, see, that's not for you to say, because you have not been in that person's shoes. Okay, so you and your girlfriends, you're crying, this guy's doing you so wrong, and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to go back to him again, I'm done with it, and you guys have this kumbaya, and you hug,
And then you go back to him.
and then you leave, and for 2 weeks we don't talk, we don't see each other, and then the next time I see you, you all hugged up.
Mm-hmm.
That's only because when you had a conversation with your friend, you did it on a conscious level. See, consciously, that's not your truth. Subconsciously holds your pain and your answers.
You are spitting knowledge.
So what happens is, when you read this book, the book is going to ask you how do you feel, but it's not talking to your conscious mind. Your subconscious has your pain. As you're writing down how you feel, that is your truth. Okay? Once you read out loud how you feel, now once you understand how and why you feel that way, and you understand that you're okay and you survived that pain, now you can take it off your soul and put it in your memory. And what I mean when I say that is, you don't have to be protected from that. Your subconscious doesn't have to say, watch out for that. You have to deal with the other 99 problems that you have. And that's how it is. It's not one particular thing that you can put your finger on. It does not work like that. No one can tell you your truth but you. But then you don't know what your truth is because your subconscious is protecting you from it. Because if it wasn't, you'd be like, oh.
So it's like a guard type of thing.
It is. But let me let you know though, reading this book, once you realize the things that are blocking you, once you clear it out, you're actually clearing out your energy to be able to move more things into you. See, everybody wants to go with this love. Oh my God, I'm so in love. I'm so in love. Everybody doesn't know. Love is ever changing. It's like the wind. If love was the truth,
Hold on, do that again.
if love was the truth, if that was true, the first person you loved, you would still be with.
True.
So we're talking about caring. We're talking about being able to care for someone and being cared for. So if you care for me, then even if we're not together, it's going to be a mutual understanding of caring.
So let me ask something, Corine. Is it like the evolution of mind, body, and soul? Pretty much it's going on.
Well, let me let you know. What this here is about, not letting your mother's mother dictate your life. See, as a child, you're taught to walk, talk, skip, and jump. And when you get older, the things around you are imprinted on your brain. So then you have to exercise those rights. I don't want to be like my mother. I don't want to be like my father. Yet and still, you're just like those people.
Just like them. Exactly.
And does that carry over into a relationship? So
Oh, definitely.
you see someone you love, everything's going good, but then it's like, my daddy used to do that, you know, or my ex used to do that. So that's a turnoff, right? Is that a trigger?
So it's, but see, the thing about that is, you're not going to realize that it's a trigger because you're unaware of it. See, the things that attracted you to that person is that unseeable energy. The things that can help you heal your body and your mind is the unforeseeable energy, but only you can dictate what it is, when it is, and how it affects your life.
Okay.
You don't have control over it, but if you can remove some of it, then you open yourself up to being able to receive more of what you're supposed to be.
So the sad thing about it is, like, if my mother was married and she got a divorce, then if I have a boyfriend, it would kind of end up to be some of the same thing.
So unfortunately, I would have to tell you, and I'm sorry, but you're a little bit too old to have a boyfriend.
I mean, you know what I mean.
I'm just saying. Because if you're calling it into your life. You're calling it into your space.
So
if you want a boyfriend, then a
that's
boy
what
will
I'm
come
gonna
to
get.
you, and he's going to be your friend.
Got you. Why?
Stop the show right now.
So if
Stop
I
the show
say
right
that I'm
now.
looking for a man or a
you go.
husband, wow, I've learned
No,
something
no,
today.
no, 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 no. Hold, freeze.
Oh,
let me
man.
get you there so you
Okay.
can understand.
Clarify.
Okay.
God, thank you for my kind, loving, considerate, financially secure, independent, communicative, in love with me, and would treat me the way I need to be treated, new husband.
Okay, hold on. Can you say that again? Because I got to write that down. Because I'm going to say that every night. Yes.
Well, so it's about what you really know that you deserve.
Right.
But you can't fully get it all unless you clear out some of the things that are not meant for you. So let me let you know about the suicide rate that's going on in the city, or the country, and the world. So it's not about me not being able to cope. It's about me not being able to get that one thing that keeps going on over and over in my mind that I can't escape from. So when I talk to you and I tell you what's going on, and then you tell me, oh, don't worry about it, it'll be okay. How do you know it's going to be okay?
If you haven't walked your shoes.
And by you telling me that it's going to be okay, now I can't come to you and speak with you about it because you assume that I should be better. So therefore, and this is not, when someone decides that it's time for them to commit suicide, it's a type of euphoric that comes over, and they have already made peace with that. Okay, so for the person that survives that, let me let you know, it's nothing that you could have done, because if it was, they would have done it themselves. So it's not about you not being there for them because you were. So you have to understand that you also have to go through your particular mourning the way you need to go to, but it's not about you. Again, this book takes you to so many different areas of your life that you're not aware of. So it helps you. I mean, it's really such a great book. And I'm the one that wrote it.
I know, right?
Let me get it. You're the one what? You wrote it. Okay. All right.
So I'm assuming that if I say whatever I want in existence towards your book, that would allow me to receive better,
Blessing.
or would that help me change my mind?
So the whole idea behind the book, okay? You are destined for greatness. All the abundance, love, happiness, and peace is already yours. It's already there. So how we push it away, how we don't think that we deserve it sometimes, how we think that, oh, I'll wait my turn. That's not fair. Society has gotten you wrong because someone has done something to you and it's a burden on your soul where they're going about their business, putting burdens on other people's soul.
Right.
So what happens is once you clear that negativity out of your body, then you're ready to receive. See, everybody believes in that love energy. You can't see it, but you believe in it so much. Why can't you believe in the other energy that comes to your body to save your soul and your life and transform you into who you're supposed to be? See, the thing about it is you can't control anybody and you can't keep anybody. Your kids are not yours because once they grow up, they become the people that they're supposed to be. They don't stay under you. So you have to put yourself first. Sometimes people think that they are and you're really not.
So how would you tell somebody on, people that are watching us today, how would you tell somebody to put themselves first? Is there a method?
Yeah, the book.
The book.
Well, I was just trying to have some, just give them a little bit.
I'm going to give you a little bit.
Just a little.
Okay, and this is in my book.
Snippet.
Yeah, little snippets.
This right here is the end of one of the paragraphs that I have. Okay, so this is the example that I'm using that's in the book. Say you have a problem, and you go to someone and you say, I have a problem. They say, do this. You do it and it doesn't work. Then you go to someone else. You say, I have a problem. They say, do this. You do it and then it doesn't work. Now you're mad because they're laughing at you or talking about you because what they told you to do didn't work.
Right.
Okay? Two things wrong with that. The first thing is you're talking to someone that's never been through anything like that before. They heard you talking about it or they saw it on TV. Number two, you're not going to tell them the whole truth about what happened because you're embarrassed you're in that situation. The very word problem causes anxiety. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't let anybody see me lose my car. I can't lose my husband. I can't lose this. So you do this, it doesn't work. You do this, it doesn't work. You do this, and it doesn't work. So you're doing so many things that do not work. Okay? So what I'm going to do for you, number one, I'm going to change that word problem into situation. Because everybody knows situations come to an end. Then I'm going to put you in a hallway with 4 windows and a glass door. At the first window, what is the situation? I'm getting evicted. That's it. Window 2, how did it happen? And once something happens, it can't not happen. Okay? I lost my job or my roommate moved out. Well, if I wouldn't have lost my job, if my roommate wouldn't have moved out, if I would have set the alarm clock, I wouldn't have been late for work. And you create a scenario that does not exist. And as you create that scenario, you're putting time in something that doesn't exist. You lost your job. Okay, third window, what do you need to do? You need to borrow money or you need to move. But by the time you get to the fourth window of working it out, you have learned how to go straight through. See, I cut out all the other stuff that you're normally used to doing, and I put you in a straight line. So if that first row doesn't work, you start the same procedure over, and you do the second line. Right now, you're clearing out your brain, you're getting a foundation, and you're learning how to trust you.
Shortcut to wisdom.
Okay, I'm still processing that.
Oh!
There's a lot on that one.
I am definitely going to read this book and promote this book. I had personal loss. I lost one of my sons. So this book to me is just changing your mind will change your life. So my trigger, I have many different triggers.
Yes.
But we all have triggers in life, but it's how we get over that,
Right.
how we persevere, how we make it through.
Yes.
And how, what really caught my interest when you said how we bust through that wall. Because that wall is what stops us from leading to our own success.
Right. We
It
probably
stops
stop
us
our
from
own.
our destiny.
Yes.
And I think this is something that everybody needs to read and everybody needs to know. Hey, there's a shortcut to wisdom.
It is. And also, you didn't lose your son. You know where he is.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when you say things like you lost him, it makes it hard for you to get past that pain that you're in. Because those words that you use, you don't know what they are, but they're triggers and they're blockers. So when you sit back and relax and understand the process, you know where he is. So when you think of him or when you want to discuss it, try to find another word that's more calming to your soul. So that you don't feel like that pain. You know what I'm saying? Because he is, but it's something else that you can say that you won't block yourself to cause you. Because everybody knows that is pain. And I don't have anyone's answers because in my book, it takes on what happened to you, how you live, how you process, what you go through, and what you feel. I don't know. And let me tell you, I don't have anything against therapists, but therapists, do not call me and do not boycott me. So I'm going to say this. So when I go to the therapist and the therapist says, okay, when I see you next week, write down how you feel and we can discuss it. So I go to the therapist, I write down what I feel. When I say what I feel, then the therapist says, so what you're saying is. So subconsciously, I pulled out my pain. Now, consciously, I'm sitting there talking to a therapist, and my therapist is going to tell me how I feel based on the past people that she has treated and rewording my pain. So therefore, on my conscious level, I accept that. So what is she doing? She's treating my symptoms and not my cause. Okay? So I'm walking around my regular life. I can't breathe. You're telling me I'm having an anxiety attack? I'm not having an anxiety attack for you to give me that medication that's going to make me high and put me to sleep. I'm having a trauma attack. Something that happened to me in my past runs across my brain, and all of a sudden, I don't know what it is and I can't breathe. Okay?
Wow.
Or I'm walking around the house. I don't want to get up. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to go to dinner. So you're saying I suffer from depression, and you give me medication that's going to get me high and put me to sleep. I am not suffering from depression. I'm suffering from a trauma that was caused in my life. And I don't know what the triggers are, and I don't know how to move past it. So you're treating my symptoms and not my cause. So this here, I'm not a medical doctor. If you need a therapist, please consult a therapist. Don't try to sue me. I'm not a therapist. Anyway,
she is covering everything.
So what's going to happen in this book is going to lead you to your truth. It's many things in there. It talks about how to go to sleep. It talks about money. It talks about health. It talks about how you can not have regrets. Everything in here is about you, the way you understand it, the way you live your life, and it allows you to have your destiny unfold before you.
So as each person gets to read this book, if I have a problem, I understand it by reading this book my way. If you have a problem, you read the book you understand it your way, and so forth, so and so forth, so and so forth. Well, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but I already took the word problem out of the scenario.
Okay.
So now you have to say situation.
Situation. I'm trying to say
Situation.
Okay.
Not problem, situation.
No problem.
Situations.
We have
All
situations.
come to an end.
Right.
See, it's about rewording certain things. So you will find in this book that some things in this book are repeated more than once. Because it needs to be in a different context for some people to get it. See, everybody doesn't comprehend the same way.
Exactly.
So I can say the exact same way, same thing,
Interpretation.
but I put it in a different
Right.
area. So
Right.
it tells you in the book, you might read 1, 2, 3, and then you might not get anything. Then you read 7, you be like, oh, I get it. But whenever you get it, then it'll cause you to go back so that you can absorb everything else. This is not a dictatorship. It doesn't tell you what to do. It doesn't tell you how to do. But I tell you what, you will live your best life.
That's what I'm
Like it's golden.
No. Everybody needs to live their best life.
Yes.
Wow. So, what would you want to tell people? Not for them just per se to read the book, which we know we want to push the book, but what would you tell somebody that's watching here that may be going through something and then I'm stuck? So, can you help me with that?
Yes. So this is the thing about life. We all go through things. The book is going to teach you how to process it differently than what you've been doing before. Because see, you have processed your life based on other people's experience. Once you start clearing these things out, then the experience that you live will be created by the life that you actually live.
Great. Can I say, is it also expectations? Off of people's expectations.
Of their life?
Yes.
Oh, people don't have enough expectations for their life. Let me let you know. See, the thing about it, even having all the money, the baddest guy, the baddest girl, that does not equal you being who you're supposed to be and feeling the way that you're supposed to feel. See, you can be in a crowded room and still be lonely.
Yes,
And
Lord.
that is not
Speak
what
the
you're
truth.
here for. See, the whole thing about you is for you to live your best life. And you living your best life, you give quality of life to other people. But you can't give quality of life to other people if you don't have it yourself. And that's what we always want to do. We want to be out there. We want to be all super fly clean. We want to ride this nice
sad
car.
inside.
We want to go home and then we want to be sad
Sad
inside.
inside. Yeah.
That is not your truth. And everybody sees it every day. You see these stars because we don't know anybody else, but the stars are highlighting with the suicide. All the money in the world, and they couldn't get it.
Right.
They couldn't get it because every time they talk to somebody, they always say, oh, you'll be all right. Well, if you do it like this, if you do it like that, then you'll be okay. Not true. Let me let you know this. Okay. We're in a room. We're on opposite sides of the door. The light goes out, power out. I'm stuck on the other side because you know everything is electric these days. So you're telling me go to the left. If you go to the left, you'll see the switch. So I'm going to the left. I'm pushing it. I'm trying to see the switch. Go to the left. I can't find it. You're like, go to the left. It's right there. I know it's there because I put it there. And I'm going to the left. You're like, oh my God, she can't do it. Oh my God, you're so stupid. Why you can't do it? So I'm reaching. I can't find it. Now I'm frustrated. Now we're in a disagreement because you're telling me to find it. I can't find it. Okay, why can't I find the switch? Anybody? We're on opposite sides of the room. Your left is my right.
Because, right. That's what I was going to say. Your left is my right, and my right is your left.
But you're not giving me that feeling because you always want to be right. You want to be aggressive. You want to be this. You want to be that. So then you're speaking that out, and you can't get it. See, my book, I want to come to you. I don't want you to come to me. I want to come to you, and I want to be in a place where you understand where we are. So that when you get it, you get it. You don't just pass over it. It's not a fly-by-night. It's not like, oh, this happened today and it won't happen tomorrow. It's not that type of book. This is the best. And I tell you, when you get this book, you're going to love it.
Get this book, people.
Now, I have a couple other questions. Now, are you willing to train and teach people? The reason why I'm saying that is for people who have disabilities. Would you be able to, this is like a two-part question. Number one, would you teach classes within your book where, let's just say, you have a class, we buy the book, and chapter 1, X, Y, and Z. Chapter 2, X, Y, and Z. And then we can raise our hands and say, help me understand this. That's part 1. And then part 2 of the question is, would your book be able to, can people with disabilities understand your book in a way that maybe a normal person would be able to understand? I mean, and I know that's wrong for saying it like that, but I'm just saying it like that, and hopefully you'll work with that.
Yeah. So answer to number one is no.
No classes?
I'm not willing to do a class. And the reason why I'm not willing to do a class is because I don't know your pain. I don't know what you've been through. And no one else outside of you should be able to go through your pain to clean out your soul. Because nobody's going to understand you like you. So if you have a class and somebody else is there, then they're going to hear your business. Then they're going to ridicule you on the side. No, you need to do that on your own. Number two, what is a normal person? Because I haven't met one yet. Okay, so now I'm going to put this book on audio. The book is already a workbook. It already asks you how you feel. It already asks you questions. So once I put it on audio, anyone with any type of reading or seeing disability will be able to hear it. But yeah, no, I don't want to dictate your life or find out what happened to you. I have to deal with what happened to me.
Okay.
I ain't trying to go with you.
Okay. Well,
That's too much. Yeah, no, thank you. You already still want a boyfriend. I think you're like 40? No.
I feel so bad right now.
Don't feel bad.
I'm gonna put my head down.
You have to keep your head up, never down.
Oh my goodness. I'm looking for a man to marry that has goals and wants some of the same things that I want, and likes arts and crafts too.
Oh my God, really?
I love
So
arts.
yeah, so you're not looking for this person. So the bottom line, guys, men, women, and yeah, I'm gonna have to say this. Just because he's born male does not make him a man. Just because she's born female does not make her a woman. So when you're out there doing what you're doing and living your best life, what you have to do is know what the quality of your life is and what you're worth. So you're not worth being put in a position where you have to please someone else. And then the person that you want is out there and they're coming towards you. So you don't have to look for them. You just have to let your energy be free enough in order for that person to get to you.
It's a blocking question.
And don't block it.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't block
Don't
it.
block it.
Don't go for the okie doke. But don't block the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Say, the okie doke is real.
Too real.
Okay, just one little quick news, and then we're gonna let Miss Reed tally us up. Okay, did you know that Charles Hanley was the first ever 5-time Super Bowl champion? Not Tom Brady. If I hear about Tom Brady one more time, I swear, this is a black man. This is a black history fact. And I was just, going through Facebook, and I was like, who is this guy with all these trophies? And I was like, okay. So isn't that kind of funny that all we hear about is
Tom Brady.
Brady?
Yeah.
And he just moved from where? He was at the Redskins. Was he with the Redskins last year, and then he moved to whoever he played for this year? I don't know, because I really don't care. But
Yes, Bob.
I have to
Can you-
agree.
if we put these people out here that are not our color, I'll say it that way. That's probably not gonna be the right thing to say. And I know somebody's gonna come back at me. However, it's whatever. But can we also, if we talk about this, whoever made this radio thing, if it's a black person who did it and then a white person who made it better, can we also say that a black person did make this, but so-and-so and so-and-so made it better? Don't forget about us. We are very, very important in this earth or this world or whatever you want to call it. It's not always people. It takes two. And I just sometimes, I'm going probably all over the place. But anyway, I just wanted to bring this up because it is Black History Month. Do you have a rebuttal?
My only thing is that the Super Bowl was very, very whack. Number one, the New Orleans Saints should have been in that Super Bowl.
Yes!
Born and raised, thank you.
Yes.
That's what I think. I think as far as the Tom Brady issue, I think we live in a society of money, marketing, and merchandising. I think, unfortunately, with companies and corporations, our history and authenticity gets lost in the sauce. I think that's a problem that goes around from the media. I think it can and should be adjusted. You have your different television programs, Fox News versus CNN, Democratic versus Republicans. You know, it's all over, and I think it's festering right now, and it's putting poison in our society, in the minds of everyone, especially our young folk that's listening. That what you just said, I could really count on 35 hands how many people didn't know that. So when you just spit that out, you just open the eyes of a lot of viewers who aren't familiar, white or black, with that fact in Black History Month. So I applaud you for pointing that out. Okay. And thank you, Coco.
And I'm gonna do my last little quick one. When emojis came out, did you know that Martin Lawrence was the first emoji? If you go back in the book and you see that little thing that he...
When you go like that?
Yeah. When he has a little cartoon, that's what they consider a emoji. So let's go. Let's give it to all the people who are not brought out. Black History emoji. Martin. All right. But you didn't know about that.
I did not know about that.
Did not know.
Oh, we're getting ready.
Oh, no, exactly.
Okay. So we're almost wrapping this up. I would love for Miss Reed to let us know what she's working on, what's her next little goals and missions in life. You have about another 5-10 minutes, so wear us out. Make sure that you let us know your Facebook page, your Twitter page, your telephone number, your emails, everything. Give it all to us.
Hold on, sign my shirt. Sign my shirt.
Well, you don't have to do that, but just so people can get to you and find your books.
So, on this board here, my book is available on Amazon.com. It's also available on Lulu, Corine Lisa Reed. My book was scouted out at the 2018 International Book Fair in Germany.
Wait, repeat that, where?
The 2018 International Book Fair in Germany.
In Germany? I know that's right.
Getting a few responses. My book will be available at some of the mom and pop stores. Right now it's at Reuters, and that's on 20th and C Street. So I have a couple of other stores that I'm going to be putting my book in. Also, I have a book coming out called How to Do Damage Control When You're the One That's Doing the Damage.
Oh, wow. Well, we must get you back on our radio show when you get that one out.
I'm having a great time. Again, this is my first book, and thank you guys for having me on the show.
Thank you for coming.
I'm promoting it now, and you will really love the book, and I'm quite sure it's someone that you know that could really benefit from this book. This book is ready for right now. So many people are living with so much pain in their life, and they don't know exactly what to do or how to not feel the way they feel. And we, as people, we try to come to their aid, but it's something that they have to deal with. They have to be able to get it off their soul. They have to be able to understand that it's okay to be okay. So a lot of times we don't understand that. And this right here, this book is going to definitely really help you be better. Be better and closer to your destiny. And whatever your destiny is, it doesn't have to be the same. And once you write this down, whatever you write down, once you read it out loud, you have to remember to tear it up. Because what you did to someone or what someone did to you is no one's business. It's for you to get it off of you and for you to be able to move forward. And we always want to know, well, what happened to you, baby? Are you okay? And then they want to tell you what went on and what happened. But what does that do for you? That person still told you something, but you don't have the answers to make that person feel secure or full or be able to get that pain off. So don't take it on you because you have other things that you have on you.
Right.
And you're putting someone else's on you because you want them to feel better. And you cannot help them with their past. Once something has happened, it can't not happen. God is in my book, but a lot of things that have been done to you on this earth, you cannot get away from it. It has already happened, and it won't not happen. So the way you deal with it is to be able to take it off your soul. That's the only way that you're going to be better.
Well said. Well said.
Wow. All right.
Well, Coco?
Well, let me see. Before we do stop, if anybody has a business, please reach out to me, 202-510-2199. You can reach me on Facebook, Twitter, all of that. It's Gorgeous Radio and it's Late Night Whispers. And It is Late Night Whispers on His Gorgeous Radio, and I am Coco,
And I am Julius.
and we've had a blessed night. Mwah, mwah. Peace.
Love and soul.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
That was real good. See,
See what I'm saying?
yeah. And
That's what's up.
I had a couple more.